The English language is at a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the word tradition because in English, tradition is only a noun. It's just a thing. But in other languages, tradition is also a verb. Tradition means that which is handed down. And so you can tradition something. So when Paul says, hold on to the traditions that I've taught you, whether by word or epistle, hold on to that which we have handed down to you by word or epistle. Language does affect our psychology. So if we just look at tradition as this thing that's kind of inert, but when you can look at tradition as a verb, as something that's active, it's something that actually has some life to it, then it's a whole other thing. The tradition really is the gospel. That's the tradition. That's the big T, all caps, bold and underlined. That's the tradition. It's the good news of salvation through Jesus Christ. And that gets conveyed numerous ways. The most important way is Scripture. But it's not the exclusive way. In tandem with Scripture, you had liturgy, you had worship, because most people didn't read the Scripture, they didn't know how to read. They heard it. And where do they hear it? They heard it within the context of worship. That's where you encountered the Scriptures. We have the iconography. Icons convey the scriptural truth. They convey the gospel to us using images rather than letters. The teachings of the church councils, the lives of the saints, the examples of the saints, all these things convey to us the gospel from different approaches. How do we live the faith? How do we organize the faith? How does the faith address specific issues? All of that. But really the tradition, that's the good news. And then that gets traditioned, that gets handed down in these various ways. The most important way being the Scriptures, but not the exclusive way. There's these other ways as well.